It's another day, the sun is shining. Got to know what's going on around you. Wake up, it's the time to motivate your mind. Come with me, let's make this moment brighter. Wake up with the Bahamas at sunrise. Come on and wake up with the Bahamas at sunrise. Wake up with the Bahamas at sunrise. Wake up with the Bahamas at sunrise.
Good morning and welcome to Bahamas at Sunrise, up dead early on a Monday morning. It's a minty Monday morning, and we're so happy that you're with us. My name is Mark Daniel.
And I'm Gabrielle Gardner, wishing a happy Monday to you.
The June has started. The June. It is the 3rd of June. It is
Just
the
like that.
sixth third of the year. I've been wanting to say that. Does that make sense?
You feel accomplished?
It's the sixth third of the year.
For a second, it was like, is it? And I'm like, well, it's the 6th month of the year.
Boom.
So,
There you go.
yeah, your math is correct.
Thank you so much. How was your weekend then?
It was good. It was a very work-filled weekend, but good nonetheless.
Well, hopefully if it's work filled, then you reap the benefits of your work. So
Yes.
that's good, right?
Yes.
I had a good weekend. I relaxed with the family. Had a little pool day yesterday. Had a great drumming circle with Ubuntu on Saturday at Goodman's Bay. So for those who made it out to the community drum circle, man, you just got to feel it. It's a release. It's a community vibe. You got kids there, blankets, food, music, dancing. Some guests, artists popped in, professional musicians. This is the time for you to let go and just enjoy, you know? So you got to make it out to the next one.
I will. I'm going to put it on my calendar. When is the next one?
The next one will be next month as we lead up to Independence. So just look out for the flyer.
Okay.
It'll be a real Independence bash.
Love it.
Yeah. Bring your bucket and your hat and your rake and your sauce.
Well, you know what else is exciting?
What is?
TCL Group invites you to the inaugural Turks and Caicos Island Business Outlook, which is happening this Friday, June 7th, under the theme Opportunities for Growth and Inclusion for All TCI Stakeholders. Registration to attend in person is $175, and virtual guests can attend for $100. Register now at tclevents.com.
We've got a great show for you today. Director Latia Duncombe is here, man. I thought we were going to Godfrey. I was already there. Director General Latia Duncombe is here to talk about the Bahamas being awarded the Caribbean Destination Resilience Award. And we'll also be talking about the first ever Turks and Caicos Island Business Outlook. And we'll be discussing the budget and challenges facing businesses today.
We'll also be talking about the Bahamas Gospel Music Awards. Dr. Carlos Thomas is here to talk about summer safety, and we'll be hearing about the upcoming Fox Hill Urban Renewal event. But first, let's check on weather with Godfrey Burnside.
There you go.
This is Weather at Sunrise.
Thank you, Gabrielle, and good morning, Bahamas. And your first look at weather at sunrise, troughing across the islands, particularly the central and southeastern islands, and that's triggering off some showers and thunderstorms in those areas. High pressure in northern islands, a little bit more stable in the northwest Bahamas. That's from Grand Bahama to New Providence. And so we can see 1 or 2 spotty showers during the daytime. But for the most part, we're looking at partly sunny, warm, bit breezy, with a few showers, maybe light thunderstorms in northwest Bahamas, but mostly cloudy, with scattered showers, isolated thunderstorms across the central and southeastern islands. Your high temperature reaching 87 degrees Fahrenheit. Tonight, partly cloudy across the northwest Bahamas, a little on the muggy side, but over the central and southeastern islands, still looking at cloudy skies, a bit breezy, and a little warm. There's chance of some showers and thunderstorms popping up across that island. Your low going down to 76 degrees Fahrenheit. And some region highs and lows across the Caribbean, Barbados 91 and 80. Across Jamaica, 88 and 80. In Trinidad, 1977, and the Turks and Caicos Islands, 88 and 75. Across North America, Atlanta, 82 and 65. In Boston, 78 and 63. In Miami, 89 and 76. In Dallas, Texas, 87 and 73. And Toronto, Canada, 75 and 66. As we go the week, high pressure in the north will continue to be the dominant feature across the northwest Bahamas. Troughing will continue over the central southeastern islands, so you're going to have wet for the most of the week across the central southeastern islands. Still a nice weekend, or still a nice week over the northwest Bahamas. So we're looking at partly sunny skies, very warm over the northwest Bahamas, mostly cloudy with scattered showers, light thunderstorms across the central southeastern islands. Though temperature daytime will be in the upper 80s, at nighttime in the mid to upper 70s. That pressure wrapping first look at the weather at sunrise. I'm Godfrey Burnside. Back to you, Mark.
Thank you, Godfrey. The Bahamas has been awarded the prestigious Caribbean Destination Resilience Award by the Caribbean Hotel and Tourism Association, or CHTA, in collaboration with the Caribbean Alliance for Sustainable Tourism, CAST. And we are honored to be joined by Latia Duncombe. She is the Director General of the Ministry of Tourism, Investments and Aviation, and she's our good friend. Good morning and welcome back to Bahamas at Sunrise.
Good morning and thank you. How are you this morning? It's a pleasure to be here.
It is a pleasure to be here because we're in the Bahamas, the best place to be on the planet. I think about it every day. I drive to the studios, the sun comes up. It's like, wow, we are lucky to be here. Seems like the world is recognizing that. So what does winning this award mean for the country and its tourism industry?
Winning this Resilience Award is certainly a significant milestone for us. Sustainability is at the heart of everything that we do in the destination, and certainly at the Ministry of Tourism. We welcome visitors from far and near. And what's important is to highlight and to showcase the resilience of our destination. This is the second consecutive year we've won this award.
All right.
Last year, our submission was focused on the island of Eleuthera. And this year, 2024, we sought to focus on the resilience of the island of Abaco in a post-Dorian, post-COVID environment, and how the people band together. No one individual, no one entity, private, public partnership, the business community, all stakeholders coming together to ensure that the rebound was certainly done in a very sustainable and a resilient way. So we're just excited and elated to have won this award.
And once again, you've mentioned the resilience shown in Abaco, which is the spirit of Abaco, is the spirit of Bahamians. And I'm sure everyone has learned that story and watched the story evolve and develop. Were there any other key initiatives that were happening within the ministry that led to this award?
So absolutely. So first I want to say I'm from the island of Abaco.
Hey!
And so,
Non-biased.
no, I'm not biased. But this was very personal to me. And in a post-Dorian era, we saw the entire community band together. We saw the Friends of the Environment, the Nature Conservancy, the Bahamas National Trust. And we also formed an Abaco Stewardship Council. And for us, what the Stewardship Council has done was allowed the community, business, schools, stakeholders, everyone coming together to identify those issues or opportunities for the local communities, prioritize them, and to collectively execute or implement them. So it was almost a year training in the making to actually form the council. And then also from an environmental conservation perspective, looking at the mangrove, we've lost about 60% of the mangroves as a result of Hurricane Dorian on the islands of Abaco and Grand Bahama. So mangrove restoration and regeneration was so important. The corals, planting the coral palm plants and through the PVC pipelines throughout. So it's been so much. And also, if I'd like to share education and awareness to make sure that we understand the value of our environment. We want to share it with the world, but in a very responsible way. So those are just some of the initiatives that we sought to do with this whole project.
Very big initiatives, by the way. You toss out mangrove planting, and it may sound simple, but as a botanist and someone who's worked in the environment, that's not a simple task. And there's been persons mobilizing, there's been volunteers, there's been groups, and just shout out to everyone who stuck a mangrove into some muck. You've waded out into the nether regions of our keys, of our creeks, to rebuild this environment, because it's very important to us. And just again, this story that you're talking about the resilience in Abaco, how does the international market see this? What does that do for our tourism product?
The international market, obviously sustainability is a buzzword. And as we look at the United Nations Sustainability Development Goals, they're at the fore of most of what we do. From the climate perspective, life underwater, these are some of the key things that we focus on. And the mangroves, they actually protect us. We've also launched a Love for the Mangrove initiative, the Mission for Mangrove initiative. The Mission for Mangrove focuses on stewards of the environment. So it's now taking local taxi drivers, training them, and giving them business opportunities in this space. And so now we've developed guides, tour guides, that are able to share and showcase this with a lot of the visitors that come in. And our visitors can actually track and monitor these things as well. When we look at sustainability in the international community, Bahamas.com is the website for the Ministry of Tourism.
Yes.
And there's certainly a sustainability section on Bahamas.com. We work very closely with all of our partners, and you'd be able to see all of the various initiatives that we have there as well. So we look at the environment, preserving, protecting. We look at the educational component, creating the awareness, participation of a lot of our local schools and community. And then also, how do we monetize it? How do we ensure that Bahamians can not only see the beauty of it, but as we share it with the visitors, how can they now benefit from it? And that's why, Bahamas National Trust is such an amazing partner, because they look at all of the nature-based activities, tours, ecotourism related initiatives on all of our islands, and they certainly partner with us. So for us, responsible tourism is at the fore, making sure preserving, protecting, sharing, and for Bahamians to benefit in a very responsible way.
I know you say you're unbiased. I'm ready to move to Abaco. Let's go.
But when we speak about the 16 islands that we have in the Bahamas, this is something that's different, and we share with the world. At home, we know it. It's our family islands, and we love it dearly. To the world, it's islands with unique personalities where they want to see, come, enjoy, and explore. And I spoke about the Destination Stewardship Council. We actually have these councils already formed in 8 of our islands, because for us, it's important for every resident on every island to have firsthand knowledge, experience, and also to have a voice in terms of their tourism product, identifying whatever is important to them. Another initiative for me that was so dear to my heart was the Andros Island Cluster Project. And Cluster just represented a business. And at the start in 2021, we were just on the ground with the cluster manager, looking at those initial businesses, mom and pop, or those businesses that have recently opened, Bonefish Lodges, and then taking them to the next level. So now a lot of them have websites. They now have a social media presence. Some of them can have bookable tours. Again, it's partnering with our locals, partnering with our residents, creating opportunities. And once the blueprint is created, then it's a matter of transferring that to each and every island. So it's never more of the same, but it's what's unique about your island that you can now see, preserve, and also monetize.
What underpins this idea of resiliency is preserving the environment, but not just seeing the environment as the sun, sand, sea, and bush. It's the people.
Absolutely.
And those communities that they live in those environments, they rely on those environments. And just like those habitats are connected into an ecology, we have to have our people, our businesses connected in an ecology. What do you want to say to those involved in tourism who need to just make that jump to this idea of resiliency? What's the next step for them?
What I'd like to say is tourism is everyone's business. And when we say that, it's not just a buzzword or a phrase. It's our #1 industry. We're blessed with the islands of the Bahamas. And there's something and a place for everyone to see, to do, to participate. Reach out to us, Bahamas.com, through our Tourism Development Corporation. We're creating access to opportunities for Bahamians. So if you're interested, if you have a thought, if you have an idea, if you have an initiative, please see us, visit us, Bahamas.com.
I sent it in my application. Director General, thank you so much for being here this morning, and congratulations on keeping the Bahamas on the map, and good luck in the future, and we look forward to more resiliency in our tourism product across all of our islands.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here, and special thanks to all of our tourism stakeholders across the islands of the Bahamas.
There you go. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
You're watching Bahamas at Sunrise. We'll be right back.
How important collecting your money can be to the success of your business. Start your relationship with Fidelity today so that we can show you the many options available to you with our merchant services. From click and pay options online to merchant terminals and e-commerce options. We're here to help your business succeed. For more details, speak to one of our business development officers at 356-7764 in Nassau or 352-6676 in Freeport. Visit our website at fidelitygroup.com or visit any of our branches.
Don't spend hours sending individual messages to your customers. Use SMS messaging instead. With Alive Business SMS messaging, you can send personalized messages to hundreds or even thousands of recipients instantly. It's quick, effortless, and cost-effective. Plus, it ensures that your messages are delivered directly to your customers' cellular phones, guaranteeing higher engagement. Save time and boost your outreach with SMS bulk messaging. Call Alive Business at 601-8911 in Nassau or 602-8811 in the Family Islands.
Welcome back. The 4th annual Bahamas Gospel Music Awards under the theme We Came to Praise will take place this Sunday, June 9th. Here to tell us more is Travis Edgecombe, CEO and executive producer at Edgy Management. Good morning and welcome to Bahamas at Sunrise.
Good morning, happy to be here.
So what inspired the theme We Came to Praise for this year's awards?
Well, the Lifetime Achievement Award recipients is TCC, Tabernacle Concert Choir. And what I know about them, they love to praise. So I said, you know what, I should just use a theme that will correlate with the Lifetime Achievement Award recipients, which is We Came to Praise. And with the artists that we have on the lineup, I know for sure they're going to bring the praise.
It sounds like there's going to be a praise party. When you think about just gospel music in the Bahamas, you have such incredible talent, you have such wonderful singers, and they have such exuberance, you know.
Yes.
Of course they want to praise God. And so can you tell us about some of the standout performances that we can look forward to this year?
Well, at the beginning of the year, we had a song that went viral on TikTok, which was by Sherwin Gardner. Something good is about to happen in this year.
Oh, yeah.
So he's also going to be performing on the stage. We also have special tributes to the late Vanessa Clark, who would have gone on last year. So we have a special tribute plan for her. We have a few mashup performances by Willissa Niobe Mackey, Thomas Maxwell Jr., Brendy B, Latasha Taylor, Colin Christopher, Ali Akuli, and Alison Jador. So it's a few more. So if you want to know, we want you to come out on Sunday.
This sounds like, I mean, I'm hearing these names and it is quite the lineup. You have some really excellent singers who are going to be there. How do you select the artists and nominees for the awards?
So basically the nomination process is from January of the beginning of the year until the end of the year. So whatever material is released in that time frame is eligible for nomination, and that is how we're able to choose our nominees for the awards.
And who are some of, I don't want you to favor anyone, I don't want to get you in trouble this morning, but who are some of the nominees and what are some of the categories that they're nominated in?
Okay, so for example, I Am Stax. Stax has the most nominations this year with 10.
Wow.
So he is one of the top contenders running for this year's award show, along with Oslin and Ali Akuli. We also have E-Man, who's going to be performing as well. He has a dramatic performance that's going to be coming up as well. So I'm really excited to see what he does. And then we also have a few Rake and Scrape Indigenous performances that's going to be plugged in there as well. New Goodwill Praise Team is going to be performing as well. So we're going to have a variety of genres that will be displayed. In terms of categories, we have Inspirational Song of the Year. And we have 7 categories that are named after past artists that have passed on. For example, Lyrically Blessed, Manifest, Shaniqua Hannah Thurston, Mother Rachel Mackey, and the Honorable Vaughn Miller for Radio Personality of the Year. So we tried to honor those who are still here with us and then those who have passed on to keep their legacy alive.
I love that. Speaking of honoring those who are in gospel music in the Bahamas, how do people support them beyond this event?
Well, the artists have been working very hard and they've been putting their music on YouTube and performing on various platforms, and their social media presence helps with their push of their music. So the people that are the consumers of their music, they support by streaming their music on the digital platforms, going to the actual events that they perform to, meeting them in random places and taking pictures with them. So that's usually the boost support that gives them that energy to continue doing what they're doing.
I love that. Well, I know it's going to be a spectacular show. So give us the details. Where is this happening? When is this happening? And how much are the tickets?
Okay, so the Bahamas Gospel Music Awards will be at Bahamas Faith Ministries, which is also known as BFM, at 6 o'clock p.m. Our pre-show starts at 5 p.m. with Bethany McDermott and Mario Almanzar. They will be hosting the pre-show. And then also the show will begin at 6 p.m. And tickets are $25, and you can ask for Mrs. Delarice Wilson at Tire Flex Star Motors on Wolf Road for tickets. And also, if you're unable to get tickets, you can pay at the door as well for the same price of $25.
Oh, that sounds like, I mean, you're going to get an award show. It sounds like you get, is this the dressed up award show?
Yes, the dress code is formal.
Okay,
Yes,
so you got
to
a
come awards ready.
reason to get dressed up. You got the red carpet and all of that, and $25 to see just some excellent singers. That sounds like a wonderful deal. Why was it so important for you to put something like this together?
Well, I noticed that there was a little bit of a drought in the gospel industry 4 years ago when I started. And not that we do what we do for accolades and recognition, it's just to keep us going and inspiring our artists to continue making that music, the gospel music, to spread the message, which is most importantly the music of Jesus Christ, the gospel of Jesus Christ. So we try our best to honor them on a yearly basis. We also have the Marlin Awards as well, but we try to do it every year so that keeps them going and keeps them releasing music and creating. They are creatives as well, so we want them to continue making that music, making those music videos, producing, songwriting, all of those elements that bring the music together. We want them to continue that in that vein.
I love that. You're making an impact and celebrating those who are doing their best to make an impact. That's incredible. Thank you so much.
Thank you, appreciate it.
And best wishes on the award show.
Thank you.
And thank you for watching Bahamas at Sunrise. We'll be right back.
Meet Leno, your bridge to the future. Wealth planning, investments, corporate services, trust services, pension administration, fund administration, outsourced accounting, and payroll. When you think of financial solutions, think of Leno. Local or international, company or individual, Leno can help. Our team of skilled professionals has the experience and expertise needed for you to strive. Your goals are our goals and our priority. Leno will guide you to the right financial solution with the knowledge, resources, and support you need. Give us a call at 242-396-3225 or email us at info@lenobahamas.com to get started. Visit our website, www.lenobahamas.com, for more information today. Leno, your bridge to the future.
African Things is your one-stop shop for everything African. Make a bold fashion statement with vibrant colors and intricate patterns inspired by the beauty of Africa. Find trendy contemporary looks for every occasion and enjoy custom tailoring. Shop jewelry, purses, art, cosmetics, and much more. African Things is located in the Dugard Plaza, Palmdale, next to McDonald's. Open Tuesday to Saturday, 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Come get your African Things.
One thing, two things, blue thing, old things, things that are small, things that are grand, things that fit just right in the palm of your hand. Fox Hill Nursery, a large selection of garden supplies. If you can see it in your mind, you can find it at Fox Hill Nursery.
Welcome back. The first ever Turks and Caicos Island Business Outlook is coming up. It's coming in hot this Friday, June 7th. And with me now to talk about it more is Deandra Hamilton. She is the editor and owner of The Magnate. Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to Bahamas at Sunrise.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
You know, what we can call you? Cousin?
Cousin.
Cousin, eh?
Friend.
Yeah, I got to know what's the official,
all of the above.
All those things. Well,
yes.
all right. Well, explain to us, what's your relationship with Turks and Caicos Island?
Well, Turks and Caicos Islands is the home of my grandfather. And many of the Hamiltons, the Halls, the Outons, the Forbes, many names we celebrate right here in the Bahamas, hail from these scatter of islands. It actually used to be a part of the Bahamian archipelago, separated some time back when we decided to go independent. And now Turks and Caicos Islands, with that decision, is thriving, striving, and doing amazing things. And we are even more, I believe now, so seeing that connection with the family ties. So yeah, it's a heritage place for me.
That's fantastic. And we think about it as being very similar because, you know, geographically, yes, it is one chain of islands. But what makes Turks and Caicos Islands stand out from your northern cousins?
Well, I love the fact that you have, with so many of the islands, these just pristine waters, the beautiful vistas, the coastlines. And it also has a very unique brand of tourism. The way the islands do tourism is quite outstanding. Also, because of the very small indigenous population, you find that you have, I want to say, a metropolitan mix of Caribbean people from all over the world, actually. And personally, I love that. I love feeling a part of a global community in this island setting that's just pristine and just gorgeously outstanding.
Fantastic. Speaking of the global community, your company, The Magnate, tell us what it does and what it's all about.
Well, Magnetic Media, The Magnate is one of our babies. We began with Turquoise Morning, which is a TV show we host. It airs to the Caribbean and parts of the United States as well as Canada every weekday morning. How do we do it? I don't know, because you guys know how much it takes. It's a lot that goes on. But yeah, we do that. It's a Telly Award-winning program, which means it really stands out as an online production that features our part of the world. We call it a celebration of our people, our places, our plans. We blossomed into doing news production. We also have The Magnate, which is a very trendy e-newspaper, which is distributed not just in the Turks and Caicos Islands, but to many of our friends and family members in the Bahamas. And we are able to represent clients this way through public relations and news and marketing. And so we pretty much do a bit of everything. You know, we're on radio, we're on television, we're online, and we're on with you.
And here we are, and we're so happy to have you here. It sounds like the economy in Turks and Caicos Islands, it seems like it's booming. It seems like there's a lot happening. Tell us a little bit about the current status of the economy as a business owner.
I mean, it's just robust, with a capital R and a double S and a big giant fat B and T.
Good.
It is really booming, you know, way beyond many expectations when you hear forecasters and analysis when they report on the financial or the fiscal performance of the country. It is just punching way above its weight. Oftentimes that's a challenge for TCI. Some people may understand with, you know, bombardment of guests coming in. They want to be a part of this alluring new destination, or relatively new. It's new on the scene. It's hot. It's a hot spot. And you're also finding the investor interest is extremely high. And so the country is now fine-tuning and in fact has recently launched a very modern, not only international investor policy or foreign domestic policy, but also for the local people. You know, a domestic policy for investment, which is exciting, and we are so glad to be working actually with the investment agency to roll that out in the very near weeks so that the local man can realize, hey, I can have a slice of this pie.
So the Business Outlook is coming up this week. Tell us, how do you feel about the first ever Turks and Caicos Islands Business Outlook, and what are some of the positive things that can come out of such a conference?
Well, this has been a long time in coming. I think in my days covering it in Grand Bahama as a reporter for Freeport News and Cool 96, it always caused a conversation to be had that needed to be had.
Yes.
You know, it brought things that we thought maybe were too lofty to everyday people. They had an opportunity to have a seat in the room, to hear what maybe your country's leader, investment leaders, tourism leaders, these are leading industries, financial services sector leaders, had to say about opportunities on the horizon, policies that were at play, things that were being transformed just so you could have your cut and you could step forward and claim your space in all of this. And so for Turks and Caicos to have that, I see it's moved through the Bahamas like a virus, but a good one, a very, 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 very good virus. And so now let the infection come to the TCI and let, you know, everybody have a part of this or be a part of this conversation and the networking opportunities. Yeah, so we're really looking forward to a nice mix of people. I understand one of the companies has already stepped forward and made sure some students will be in the room. And so this is great news for me. It always brings me great delight when I see my two countries working together and making things happen. And so this is just another one of those days.
And that's fantastic. We're so excited to be coming to Turks and Caicos
Yeah.
Islands. I'm sure you're going to be there. We're going to feel the presence of Magnetic Media. And we're so blessed to have you on the show this morning. And we thank you for being here. Our cousin.
Yeah, he was my cousin.
Sisterin from the south, right?
Yes, yes,
And we thank you so
absolutely.
much. We'll see you at the Turks and Caicos Islands Business Outlook this Friday, June 7th.
Thank you.
Thanks for being here this
Wonderful.
morning.
Great to see you.
You're watching Moms at Sunrise. We got into Turks. We'll be right back.
Get ready for the first ever Turks and Caicos Islands Business Outlook, June 7th at the beautiful Beaches Resort. Our theme is opportunities for growth and inclusion for all TCI stakeholders. Don't miss the keynote address by Premier the Honorable Charles Washington Missing. Join discussions about tourism, infrastructure, and housing. Join thought leaders from various sectors to discuss the future of TCI's economy. Network over lunch and seize opportunities for growth. Register now at tclevents.com and secure your ticket for this groundbreaking event.
The Euro device is very affordable. It allows you to increase your internet connectivity. You are able to do away with the buffering, say goodbye to the dead spots. It gives them a much more stable connection. Their customers are able to view their digital menus. The establishment is able to stream. It allows for everyone, the customers and the business operators, to have a much more robust and stable internet connectivity.
Comfort Suites Paradise Island is the best kept secret in the Bahamas. Located directly next door to the Atlantis Resort, you'll receive all the privileges of an Atlantis guest with all the benefits of a Comfort Suite stay. Enjoy everything Atlantis has to offer, including Aquaventure Water Park, plus all the amenities of Comfort Suites. Free Wi-Fi, free breakfast daily, and kids stay, play, and eat free. Visit ComfortSuitesPI.com.
Good morning and welcome back to Mamas at Sunrise. We're up dead early on another marvelous Monday, and it's so marvelous because you stuck with us at the mid show. My name is Mark Daniels.
And I'm Deandra Gardner, hoping that you are having a happy Monday.
A happy Monday. That felt like a lot of M's just now in the beginning portion. But I enjoyed the first half of the show. Enjoyed my discussion with the Director General talking about sustainable tourism, and my discussion just now on Turks and Caicos Islands and on the wonderful things it has to offer. And Business Outlook is going to be there this Friday.
Yeah, and I'm excited for the Bahamas Gospel Music Awards, which are happening this Sunday. It really sounds like quite the star-studded lineup. So
Yeah.
should be good.
It should be good, and we're so happy that you stuck with us. We're keeping this Monday rolling because we got a stacked show. We've got more stuff coming up in our second half. Dr. Leo Rolle is here to discuss the budget and challenges facing businesses today.
We'll be talking about children's summer safety with Dr. Carlos Thomas, and we'll be hearing about the upcoming Fox Hill Urban Renewal event. But before all that, we'll take our second look at weather with Godfrey Burnside.
This is Weather at Sunrise.
Thank you, Gabrielle. Good morning, Bahamas. And your second look at weather, sunrise, 3rd day of June. So if we look at the tropics, the tropics remain quiet, and the tropical cyclone formation expected during the next 7 days. On the local scene, troughing across the islands, particularly with the central and southeastern islands, Edgecombe down to Ragged Island, Turks and Caicos Islands, we're looking at cloudy skies with some showers and thunderstorms, but pleasant over the northwest Bahamas with a couple of showers made in the afternoon hours. In the marine forecast today, those winds northeast to east at 10 to 15 knots, sea 2 to 4 feet over all the islands, are will continue through tomorrow, becoming easterly at 15 knots, sea 3 to 5 feet over the northwest Bahamas, and continuing the same 15 knots over the central and southeastern islands through Wednesday. Your tides. You can expect a low tide at 11:46 this morning. Next high tide will be 6:13 this evening. High gain tomorrow morning at 41 minutes past midnight. Sunset 7:55 this evening. Rises more at 6:20. UV index 9. Your water temperature 80 degrees Fahrenheit. Honeymoon phase last quarter. Your extended look The pattern remains the same through the next several days into Thursday. Partly sunny skies for northwest Bahamas, still very hot on the humid side. Brief shower thunderstorm by afternoon, but over the central and southeastern islands, mostly cloudy skies, still on the very warm side with some scattered showers, isolated thunderstorms. Some of those showers heavier times or thunderstorms severe at times. Temperature daytime will be in the upper 80s, at nighttime the mid to upper 70s. That puts you up in your phone. Look at the weather at sunrise. I'm Godfrey Burnside. Back to you, Gabrielle.
Thanks, Godfrey. Summer is a time for fun and adventure, but it's important to keep safety in mind to ensure your children have a safe and enjoyable season. With me now to provide some key tips is Dr. Carlos Thomas, pediatrician at Pediatric Associates, Bahamas. Good morning and welcome back.
Good morning.
Bahamas
It's
at
always
Sunrise.
good to be back. Thank you.
So, we have to talk to our resident expert about how to keep our kids safe this summer. What are some of the most important steps that parents should take to protect their children, particularly from the sun?
Let's start with the sun. It's going to be a very hot summer. We have evidence of that so far. So it's very important that you try to minimize your sun exposure. Spend as much time in the shade as you can. And if you have to go out, it's advised to wear a hat, a broad brim hat. May not be cool for some kids, but it's very good to protect your face. And also sunscreen. Even for patients or children with darker skin, sunscreen is very, very important. And I might add that when you go to the beach, and we're going to talk about that some more, I'm sure, it's important to reapply your sunscreen, say every hour. Because if you're in the water, you wash some of that off.
That is a good lesson because a lot of times, like you said, sometimes Bahamians feel like we don't need sunscreen. We have all this natural melanin, we're fine. But it's good to know that we need to apply it.
Before I forget, Gabrielle, water intake. It's very hot, so it's very important that your child keeps drinking lots of water. Not sugary drinks, but water.
Is there a way that you would recommend for parents to, make that exciting or fun? Just because sometimes kids may not be as interested in water as they are in the sugary drinks.
You can add fruit to it. It will give us some flavor, and that'll be very, very helpful.
Okay. What are some essential tips as it relates to water safety? We know a lot of parents, they want to take their kids to the beach. It's a great way to be outside, but it's also dangerous if not handled properly.
Proper supervision is crucial. Someone has to have their eye on that child at all times. We recommend that children should never swim alone. There should always be someone there. For those who can't swim, we recommend you wear floating devices, very important. And we have to teach our children to swim. So the summer is here, that's a very, very important thing for parents to do. Consider giving your children swimming lessons. They should never be alone. They have to be observed at all times. Proper sunscreen, like we discussed, and never let your child go in the water alone.
This is a record-setting summer in terms of heat. What are some signs that parents should look for about potential heat exhaustion?
Great question. Lethargy, excessive perspiration, dry mouths, not active, fatigue, headaches, sometimes even feeling nauseous are some of the signs of heat exhaustion.
If they do notice some of these signs, what is a parent's next move?
First thing is get in the shade and encourage some drinking of some water. If your child goes back in the shade, get some water, usually that will help solve the problem. If he or she is still lethargic, headaches, unresponsive, dizzy, of course you seek medical attention at one of our urgent care centers.
Another, side effect or downside to spending that great time outside, as we all do in the summer, is insect bites. How can parents mitigate them, prevent them as much as possible, but how do they also manage them?
That's very important, especially in the evening hours. So it's very important to wear your insect repellents, especially in the exposed areas. That's crucial. And try to avoid being out in the evenings when the mosquitoes, for example, are more, lots of mosquitoes in the evenings.
Also, one of the things that we're kind of known for, just in the summer again, it's great to see kids playing outside, but the more that they play outside, sometimes they play a little rough and sometimes they get injured. How do parents encourage their kids or prevent as much as possible those kinds of injuries?
Supervision. When your children are out playing, they ought to be an adult there supervising. Sometimes children get excited, they get a bit rough, they throw things, and that can cause injuries. So very, very important.
Do you have a word of encouragement for parents? Because this is kind of a new problem, but parents might be there, but they might be on their cell phone, they might be reading or working and not necessarily paying keen attention.
You know, our children are our biggest assets. I mean, they're given to us by God. We have a responsibility to keep them safe and watch them grow up and live healthy lives. So we have to have undivided attention when our kids are out playing in the water. And I want to add one thing before I forget. The bathtub. You don't have to drown in a large body of water, so you can't leave your child in the bathtub for even a second. That child has to be supervised. Take your phone in the bathroom, but never leave your child even for 1 second, especially a toddler.
I love that. That is excellent advice, hopefully to keep us safe during the summer season and all year round. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
My pleasure.
And thank you for watching Bahamas at Sunrise. We'll be right back.
Get ready for the first ever Turks and Caicos Islands Business Outlook, June 7th at the beautiful Beaches Resort. Our theme is opportunities for growth and inclusion for all TCI stakeholders. Don't miss the keynote address by Premier the Honorable Charles Washington Missing. Join discussions about tourism, infrastructure, and housing. Join thought leaders from various sectors to discuss the future of TCI's economy. Network over lunch and seize opportunities for growth. Register now at tclevents.com and secure your ticket for this groundbreaking event.
Hi, I'm Ria Christina, and I'm super excited to be the new host of You and Your Money, local international banks that has actually been closing some of their branches. It actually gives me an opportunity to share my views, my take on the financial matters. Even when we think about what's happening globally, we still have a lot of work to do in terms of having to educate business owners as to the importance, the economic impact, and how it is that we can look at improving the Bahamian economy. $1 billion. That's how much we spend every year importing food in this country. It also gives me an opportunity to have conversations, and that's meaningful conversations with thought leaders within our community, even having to see how it is that we can work together or even the opportunities that may exist for many Bahamians. So I'm excited to be here and looking forward to the great conversations that's to come.
Welcome back. With me now is the CEO of the Bahamas Chamber of Commerce and Employers Confederation, or the BCCEC, Dr. Leo Rolle, and he's here to discuss the Chamber's vision and the 2024-2025 budget communication. Good morning, Dr. Rolle, and welcome to Bahamas at Sunrise.
Good morning. Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
Appreciate you being here. I always learn so much in these types of conversations. Let's dig right in. Can you share your vision of the Chamber and some of its immediate plans?
Sure. So the Chamber of Commerce and Employers Confederation has a very robust history. And so my ascent to the CEO role now is just to build on that history that we have with the help of an exciting team. We're looking at some of the low-hanging fruits, so very shortly you'll see the Chamber go through a facelift. That has been donated by some of the MSMEs that are a part of the Chamber. You'll also see a sign go up. You'll see a very strategic push towards membership. At present, we're around 173 members. We're looking to double that within the first year. The Chamber was very active in terms of the Chamber Institute, and so that will come back very shortly. We will also be a voice in terms of policies, advocacy for our members, and of course advice. And so you'll see a lot of the initiatives that we once had, Business After Dark, a lot of the opportunities for collaboration. We have a number of trade missions planned, Kuwait, London, Canada. And so we're going to have a very, very exciting year with collaborations, as well as building that drive for membership and helping the government to help MSMEs as best we can.
That's fantastic. It sounds like you have a pretty stacked plan there.
Oh, yes.
In terms of the membership, tell us a little bit about why, I guess, businesses should be a member of the Chamber, and what are some of the benefits?
So that's a great question. Benefits to being a member of the Chamber of Commerce are wide. We are actually the advocacy arm for small businesses with government policies. We also help in terms of export readiness. So as I mentioned, when we're looking at some of these trade missions, they are an opportunity for that mutually beneficial proposition or collaboration where Bahamians abroad, whether they own MSMEs or whether they are just living abroad, can actually tap into the Bahamian market again. And similarly, Bahamians who are living in the Bahamian market and own MSMEs can actually tap into those foreign markets.
Right.
And so it's a great opportunity. We're also, in terms of advice, we have a lot of strategic partnerships and collaboration. So when an MSME may otherwise be unable to access government or access policymakers, we're that bridge and that buffer between the two. And so there are a number of benefits. What we are working on, though, is a proper benefits package so that persons are better able, because we get that question a lot, what is the benefit of being a chamber member? And so very shortly, you'll see a document that actually outlines all of the benefits that come with being a part of the chamber.
That's fantastic, and I like how you said being export ready. So when I ready to go send my GNAP over to wherever I need to go, right? Y'all can get me sorted on, right?
Absolutely.
So we're talking a little bit about the budget communication, and that's recently been coming out. I know there isn't an official position, but what has been your thoughts so far?
So not really my thoughts, but what we like to do from a chamber standpoint is we are the advocacy or voice for our members. And so prior to releasing anything, we always go to the members to understand what their perspective is. And so we had an actual survey that members completed, and that survey was able to tell us where the areas of weaknesses were and where members wanted to see more help from government. And so in areas like inland revenue, the ease of doing business, they talked about Registrar General, they talked about access to capital, which is sort of a phenomenal issue for MSMEs. They talked about more skill sets. So later this year, in June sometime, I'm going to India on behalf of the chamber to look at a skills conference where I'm helping to develop skill sets for MSMEs. And so some of these areas I've seen already being touched. We're going to wait for the debate to actually start, but I'm happy to see that there aren't any additional taxes, because that was one major issue that a lot of the members were saying relative to the survey that they completed.
And why do you think that they're concerned about the taxes?
Well, of course, businesses operate. My philosophy with business is how do you operate to generate a profit, but also impact the community. And so when we talk about corporate social responsibility, but businesses at the end of the day operate to generate a profit. And so if you are not balancing your expenditure versus your revenue, and taxes is obviously one part of that, and of course it's always a way to cripple a business, and so businesses are always concerned about taxes, and rightly so.
So what do you, when you look over the next, I guess, year or so, what's one of the big milestones you want to achieve during your time as CEO?
So again, I think one of the bigger milestones is the Chamber Institute. Why that is such a big milestone is because before now, I spoke about my time at BAF as a training manager, and that was one of the places that we used. And a lot of other organizations use the Chamber and their access and their skill set to help to build the capacity within their organizations. I think that's a very large thing that's going to come back very, very shortly. I'm in the process now of drafting and revising the curriculum so that it's actually able to meet the needs of the business community. So things like financial planning, customer service, ease of doing business, development of your skill sets, is a very big deal. And so once that comes back, I think that's one of the biggest milestones, as well as the facelift, because you'll find that a lot of persons walk into the chamber not knowing who we are, so they feel like it's a law firm or it's some government agency. And so being able to put that sign up being donated by Sign Island and that facelift being donated by Dynamic Builders is a great move.
Well, that sounds fantastic. It sounds like your role as CEO is kicking off to a great start. You have lots of plans there, and we wish you success and the Chamber's success. And over the upcoming months, I'll submit my application for my Connect business, and I'll see you at the Institute once it's all ready.
I'll personally take your application.
All right. Dr. Rolle, it's been a pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here.
I appreciate that.
You're watching Bahamas at Sunrise. We'll be right back.
Focall Holdings Limited is proud of Focall Holdings Limited is proud of its consistent growth and the financial success it continues to bring to many Bahamians who invest in the company. Focall is committed to ensuring optimal financial performance for its shareholders. Focall's leadership remains focused on superior customer service and operational excellence across all sectors. Focall.
For what? The luncheon? Why are you always worried about food? No. about how we gotta pay a little more for national insurance.
Mildred, you talking fool. I can't afford to pay that.
And you're always crying, poor mouth. Ain't gonna be much. Boss still gotta pay. 1st of July, 2024. Oh, I can't wait to get my little extra pension.
You ain't lie about that, you know. I think that's what did help my boy Tony during the pandemic. That same unemployment benefit. And guess what?
What?
Susan, I think she'd get a pregnancy benefit, eh?
You mean maternity benefit, eh? So now, we gotta do our part to make sure we get our pension. All right, well, let me try and go back to my busy boss.
Get ready for the first ever Turks and Caicos Islands Business Outlook, June 7th at the beautiful Beaches Resort. Our theme is opportunities for growth and inclusion for all TCI stakeholders. Don't miss the keynote address by Premier the Honorable Charles Washington Missing. Join discussions about tourism, infrastructure, and housing. Join thought leaders from various sectors to discuss the future of TCI's economy. Network over lunch and seize opportunities for growth. Register now at tclevents.com and secure your ticket for this groundbreaking event.
We know how important collecting your money can be to the success of your business. Start your relationship with Fidelity today so that we can show you the many options available to you with our merchant services. From click and pay options online to merchant terminals and e-commerce options. We're here to help your business succeed. For more details, speak to one of our business development officers at 356-7764 in Nassau or 352-6676 in Freeport. Visit our website at fidelitygroup.com or visit any of our branches.
Meet Leno, your bridge to the future. Wealth planning, investments, corporate services, trust services, pension administration, fund administration, outsourced accounting, and payroll. When you think of financial solutions, think of Leno. Local or international, company or individual, Leno can help. Our team of skilled professionals has the experience and expertise needed for you to strive. Your goals are our goals and our priority. Leno will guide you to the right financial solution with the knowledge, resources, and support you need. Give us a call at 242-396-3225 or email us at info@lenobahamas.com to get started. Visit our website, www.lenobahamas.com.
African Things is your one-stop shop for everything African. Make a bold fashion statement with vibrant colors and intricate patterns inspired by the beauty of Africa. Find trendy contemporary looks for every occasion and enjoy custom tailoring. Shop jewelry, purses, art, cosmetics, and much more. African Things is located in the Dugard Plaza, Palmdale, next to McDonald's. Open Tuesday to Saturday, 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Come get your African Things.
Welcome back. The Fox Hill Urban Renewal will host a men and boys symposium under the theme A Father's Heart. Joining me now is ASP Adderley and his team of I want to say assorted professionals, volunteers, and he's going to introduce them.
Good morning, good morning. I would first like to thank the Commissioner of Police for placing me in a very strategic, a very emotional time of our life when it comes to urban renewal. Most definitely, our Assistant Commissioner of Police, Mr. Rolle, he definitely selected a good team of officers for urban renewal for 12 divisions of urban renewal. And so now I'm going to introduce you to my, first of all, Second in command, Inspector Burrows. Father Bartlett from St. Anne's. Mr. Sidney Rolle, my father and sons of Destiny International, and most definitely my good friend. He used to be an ex-gang member, but now he's a great man of God. Mr. Jamal Wims, a.k.a. Yellow.
I love that. So what inspired the creation of A Father's Heart?
Oh, even if you said that again, and you emphasize a father's heart, it defines what a father need to be in the life of their family and loved ones. We are leaders, and we're supposed to be preachers of our homes. And that's the reason why I brought a lot of fathers here who played neutral roles or different roles in the community today. And most definitely we know that a woman always has to be a part of it.
Oh yeah.
Definitely has to be a part of it. Because every good man is a good woman.
Of course. Absolutely, especially when you're putting events together. This sounds like such an important event. You know, when we talk about crime and a lot of the things that we're dealing with, it's really linked to the lack of a presence of a father. So what are some of the main goals of this event? And I'll open that up to anyone.
The main goals for the event is to provide ourselves and be available for the community and the boys in our community. We want to engage them in perhaps in sporting events, and just being an example for them to see men present in the community in Fox Hill. And that's a nutshell of our goal.
And take me through, if you can, a little bit of what this event is going to look like.
Oh, most definitely, we could speak with those two persons right as well too. We're panelists, a part of this father seminar.
All right.
Yes, I want to thank you, Inspector, for allowing us, Fathers and Sons of Destiny International, to be a part of this exciting time in our lives. I can say to you, my dear, we are dealing what I call critical time. Our fathers seems not to understand how important it is to be a part of their sons' lives, even their daughters. So we intend to really get the fathers to come out, to participate and get involved with their children's lives. We up to 50 plus murders in our country, and we cannot sustain this. So we must now ask men, fathers, if you're out there, we need you to get involved. We cannot do this no longer. And I thank you, Inspector, for allowing us, Fathers and Sons of Destiny International, to be a part of your program. I commit to you, sir, to help as best we could. We don't have all the answers, but boy, we can do our portion. It's my pleasure to be here.
I love that.
Good morning, Bahamas. Name is Jamal Wims from Better Tomorrow's Youth Club International. Young brothers in our country right now are lacking daddies. Everyone likes to say fathers. We all come from a father, but we lose too many of the fathers in the streets. And then we have ones who ain't participating at all to be daddies in their kids' life. So not just for the Fox Hill community, but the entire Bahamas, we need brothers to step up. Because there's a lot of fatherless kids out there who need daddies, even if you could be a big brother to them, you know what I'm saying? But that's our main goal right here, to reach out to the men in our community to stand up and be men. Because we have so much young people just going down the drains right now for lack of a good leadership or good role models to look up to, you know what I mean? So that's one of our main goals right there, Bahamas.
Most definitely.
ASP Adderley, speak to the importance of fathers or even just positive male role models in reducing crime.
Well, I'm a project, let's say for instance, from a single parent home. However, always takes a village to raise a child. And most definitely when you have leaders, like we have here some of the panelists, some are part of, what we have panelists from Kiwanis, Ministry of Youth and Sports. We also have some other persons who are stepping up on the plate. But it just shows that we are concerned as men, should be concerned as men. And when we take a leadership role, it means that we have to take charge. But you have to learn how to take charge. You have to manage things. You got to make sure that, although some people say that love, but love changes things. You got to show our young people, especially sons and boys, how to love. Okay? And so love is sustainable. We're making it sustainable by having these mentorship programs that we have in some of the schools today. We also have some after-school programs that we're doing. We have golf, we have tennis, most definitely with our Renewal marching band. So we have some powerful utensils to make sure that we have our young men, even young women today, to make sure they're on a straight and narrow road. I mean, you have to put God first in their lives.
And so this particular event, take me through it. When and where? What time?
Okay, the event is on the 10th of June, which is in the next couple of days at 7 o'clock. It would be at the Fox Hill Community Center. Everybody knows who the Fox Hill Community Center, the big blue center with the big pool in the yard. It'll be right there. So I want everybody to come up and enjoy. Sit back and relax.
Please don't miss this.
No.
Please do not miss
No,
this.
you
Boss.
can't. You can't.
Please, you cannot miss this.
No. Yes.
It's a very important one. Because I thought this little grill out and all that stuff, and they're saying that, hey, guess what? Their fathers grilling out now in front of enjoying themselves. But what is a father?
Yeah.
Who is a father?
Yes.
What should a father do in the lives of their families? We're losing too much young men today and young women.
Yes.
But this is at a stop when you come here and you see this strategic event, because we are rejuvenated, energized
Yes, sir.
to be a part of this event. Look at them. They're so happy to be a part of it.
Yeah. All right, so we want all of the fathers, all the sons, maybe even some of the moms out there, just because they have to
definitely the moms.
meet the right people and just work together. And how can people support beyond this?
Well, we are, like I said, we are Fox Hill Urban Renewal. They can reach out to my ASP here, ASP Adley, or myself.
427-4945. That'll be 427-4945.
So they have no excuse not to
No,
reach you, no excuse not to support. Just such an important cause, just in time for Father's Day.
Yes.
So I just want to say kudos to all of you who are being, whether or not you are being fathers and mothers in your own right, you know, just reaching out to the community and making a difference.
Most definitely, we have to give a kudos to our civilian staff at Fox Hill Renewal. Our Center Manager, Ms. Sonia Kemp, who is also behind the scenes, making sure certain things are being done and most definitely organized. Thank you so much for inviting us here.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you.
And thank you for watching Bahamas at Sunrise. We'll be right back.
Since 1974, the National Insurance Board has been an income replacement safety net.
But to ensure our future remains secure, starting July 1st, 2024, contribution rates will increase and will continue to be shared by employers and employees.
We will be sharing more information in the upcoming months, but for now, get more details on nibrateincrease.com.
Invest in tomorrow today with NIB.
Because together, we can ensure our financial future.
Get ready for the first ever Turks and Caicos Islands Business Outlook, June 7th at the beautiful Beaches Resort. Our theme is opportunities for growth and inclusion for all TCI stakeholders. Don't miss the keynote address by Premier the Honorable Charles Washington Missing. Join discussions about tourism, infrastructure, and housing. Join thought leaders from various sectors to discuss the future of TCI's economy. Network over lunch and seize opportunities for growth. Register now at tclevents.com and secure your ticket for this groundbreaking event.
Well, if you haven't had your morning coffee this Monday, I think today's show was enough to give you the proper inspirational buzz. We have so many excellent things happening in our community, just in time for summer and just in time for Father's Day. There's so many things to support. I think this is just one of those days you feel really a positive outlook about the future of the Bahamas.
Yeah, we have Father's Day. We celebrate that.
Yes.
We got Father's Day coming up, the best day of the year, right?
Get your crabbing right.
Boy, I don't want to see no crab. Thanks everybody for being with us this morning, kicking off your Monday. It's the start of June. Remember, It's going to be hot this week. Stay hydrated. Support the initiative. We talked about fathers earlier. You know, all the fathers out there, those who are actual fathers, who take care of their children, the role of fathers, those out there, you have a very important job. We have a very important job. So come out. Let's talk about it. Figure out how we can do it better. Let's change our country. But hopefully we change the trajectory of your week. See you on Friday, and we can see you in Turks and Caicos. All right.